Hi, fifth grade. So I've gotten some questions about slide 9 from our presentation today. A lot of the questions have to do with the Pear Deck response. Miss Oliver made a mistake. You do not need to respond on that page. This is about what you guys were looking at prior. So on this one, you should have written down your similarities and differences. For instance, I saw that all of these shapes have 4 straight lines, which makes them a quadrilateral. Quad meaning 4, lateral meaning line. I also recognize that, they all have at least one pair of parallel lines. Remembering parallel lines are like the yellow lines on a road, or train tracks, or the light rail tracks. They go right along each other, but they never cross or meet. For instance, this line right here, if you extended it all the way up and extended this one all the way up, they're never going to cross. However, if you extend this line and this line, they do cross. So they're not parallel. Oops. If you guys don't have the ability to draw on your board, you can use a piece of paper or a book and just hold it up against the line and slowly move it down and see if it perfectly lines up. If it does, they're parallel. If it doesn't, they're not parallel. They're going to intersect. When I looked at these two groups, I found this in common. I found that all of them are quadrilaterals. I found that both of them are trapezoids because they have one pair of opposite parallel sides, meaning that they at least have one pair of lines that are opposite or across from each other and parallel, meaning they never touch. They're like those railroad tracks or that highway track, the yellow line on the highway. However, Group A was different because it had 2 pairs of parallel lines, while Group B only had 1. Take a look at this shape right here. We recognize it right away as a rectangle, but it has a different name and qualifies as a different shape. It is a type of parallelogram because it has 2 sets of parallel lines. You extend it forward, you extend these up. Our opposite sides will never cross. Same here. I know they're slanted, but if I extend these lines, they're never going to cross. These 2 lines will never cross. Even here, if I extend this out and this one out, they're never going to cross each other. This one and this one will never cross each other. And same with these 2 up here. Sorry, that was not a very good line I drew. They're never going to cross each other or interact. So these both have 2 parallel lines, while these only have 1, which makes Group A parallelograms.